this corner we've got Bob. He's big, he's younger, and he's fluffier. In this corner we've got Paco. He's older but feistier.
Round 1, fight! Round 2, fight! Finish him! Flawless victory.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I put a little bit too much time into that. So stupid. So today's notes are about surface area of composite shapes. Composite shapes are just two shapes kind of put together. I think next week, I also recorded the videos for next week just while Miss Wilson is transitioning. So you'll get to see my face next week, but I won't get to see you. It's kind of normal. But yeah, stop by the office hours this week and say hello to me before I go on maternity leave. All right? All right. Well, enjoy the notes and let me know if you have any questions, okay? All right, so let's do our notes for today for composite solids, finding the surface area. So the idea here is that we've got composite figures, and composite figures are just two or more shapes put together. Oh no! So in this first example, we've got a pyramid on top of a rectangular prism. And when we find the surface area, we only want to find the area of the surface. That means the outside. So if you imagine it, there's like this pyramid, but the bottom of the pyramid is not on the outside anymore because we connected it to the top of the prism. So that shape we don't want to find the area of. So I'm just going to go through and find the areas of the shapes that I know we need. So I will first start with this triangle-y section here. So our triangle-y section has a height of 4 and the base is 6. 1/2 times base times height. That's 12. And I have to think about how many there are. How many of these triangles are there? There are 4 of them, so I'm going to do times 4. So that's the first part. And then I have to think of what shapes do I need for the rectangular prism. Well, I need the front, so I'm going to do that. That's 6 by 3. And actually the side is also 6 by 3. So if you think about it, there's actually 4 rectangles, the front and the back, and the 2 sides, the left and the right side, that are all 6 by 3. So I'm going to save myself some time here. I'm going to take my 18 and multiply that by 4. 472, okay. And then I don't want to do the top of this shape because that's not on the outside anymore, but the bottom, don't forget about the bottom. The bottom is something that we could do. So I'm going to do, because that is part of the outside of the shape. So the bottom is 6 by 6. That's 36. So I can add my pieces. 48 plus 36 plus 72, 156, I think, feet squared. Done. Okay, our next example, we've got a cone sitting on top of a cylinder. So if you think about it, the outside, if I were going to only find the area of the outside, would be this kind of coney curved surface. It would be the cylinder-y curved surface, so like the toilet paper roll kind of thing, and the bottom of the shape, so the circle. What I'm not going to include is I'm not going to include this circle here because that's not on the outside anymore. And remember last week I talked about how you need to know what part of each formula stands for what. This is where that's going to come in. So if you think about it, a cone formula, if you remember from last week, is pi r squared plus pi r l. But we only want the curved surface part. So that's this part right here. We don't want the circle because that circle is not on the outside anymore. All right, so I'm only going to do this pi RL. So pi, our radius is 3, and our slant length is 5. So I'm going to type it in pi times 3 times 5. 47.12. Now the next part we have is the cylinder. So if we remember the cylinder, that formula is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi rh. So the curved part is not the pi r squared, it's the 2 pi rh. We don't care about this, so we're just going to do the 2 pi rh. So 2 pi, our radius is still 3, and our height is actually 5. So it's the same as the length, the slant length. So in the calculator, I've got 2 pi times 3 times 5. And I've got 94.25. And then the last part is this bottom, that's the circle. We all hopefully know the circle formula is pi r squared. So I'm going to do pi times my radius, which is 3. Pi times 3 squared. 28.27. Okay, so to find the total, again, I'm going to add up my 3 pieces. 47.12 plus 94.25 plus 28.27. And I've got 169.64 yards squared. Okay, our last example here, we've got 2 pieces really. We've got this half of a sphere. So I'm going to start out with the sphere formula. And our radius is going to be 10, because that's half of that distance. So I'll type in 4 pi times 10 squared. I got 1256.637, so 64. But that's for a full sphere. We've only got half a sphere, so I'm going to divide this by 2. 628.32. Okay, so that's for like the ice cream part. And then we've also got this coney part. So if you remember in that formula, pi r squared plus pi rl. We don't care about the circle part because that's on the inside of the shape now. We only care about this part. So I'm going to use my radius is 10. And my length is 26. And that gives me 816.81. So my total will be 816.81 plus 628.32. 1445.13 centimeters squared. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Either email me or stop in for office hours. This is your last week to see me in person, kind of in person, so I hope you stop in at the office hours because I'll be out next week taking care of baby, hopefully. So I will see you guys later and have a great day.